Hello again. This is Annie Ilawe Palmer, social worker, independent researcher, and Black Award nominated author. We are currently seeing a mounting number of reports about children with visibly melanated skin being punished for wearing their natural hair. This is a common display of what I refer to as colonial evolution, spelled EVILUTION, and human regression. We must stop speaking the language of the generational practicing colonial. We need to change the narrative and begin to use language that reflects our place in civilized society. We must be fully included as the progressive and capable human beings we have always been. The continued progress of people with visibly melanated skin is phenomenal. This despite having to navigate lack of the same in the generational practicing colonial and their Nazism. The language of the generational practicing colonial is used to continue to encourage those who look like them to think about, talk about, and treat others the way the generational practicing colonial does, as primitive, useless, and helpless, and with the least human value. The generational practicing colonial uses human color coding to signal their graded human value to their ilk. These articles we see highlight several serious issues. Clanspeople and Nazis are amongst us. They have simply swapped boots for suits in order not to be too readily visible. These individuals in their masses have been groomed and mind raped by their parents through child abusive racophilia and are out of control. So much out of control, the behavior has to be managed by policies that make them feel in control of people with melanated skin. Always remember, those policies are like restraining orders. They are developed because the generational practicing colonial needs them. It is clear these policies do little to protect people with visibly melanated skin, as demonstrated by the continued display of brutality, depravity, and murder by the generational practicing colonial. These policies must be seen for what they are: visual reminders for the generational practicing colonial about how to behave in civilized society. People with visibly melanated skin do not need help with wearing their natural hair, or walking, or talking, or sitting, or standing, or being. The generational practicing colonial is deeply disturbed and will continue to be a serious threat to humanity without proper assessment and support. People with visibly melanated skin do not need their help in working with such simplicities as their own hair. In fact, it's not people with visibly melanated skin who need any help from the generational practicing colonial. It is they who need help. Many have never been rehumanized after enslaving and brutalizing other human beings, in addition to continued acts of depravity. The generational practicing colonial needs support to recognize other human beings as such. This support needs to be part of a public health strategy in the rehumanization, re-education, and rehabilitation of the generational practicing colonial. In the meantime, we must stop copying their behavior. Stop trying to keep the generational practicing colonial comfortable. Stop trying to minimize what they do and how their actions terrify and brutalize other human beings. Stop the practice of generational colonial Nazism. Thank you.